Hello, friends. Good morning. How are you? How's your Monday? Welcome back to it. Whether your work week is traditional or not, I think we all feel what the start of that kind of traditional week feels like. And, on Mondays, I think a lot about kind of building this foundation of chill before the week really kicks in. Like finding a little bit of quiet, a little bit of calm. So we're going to do that today. But I've also been thinking a lot about beginning and beginning again, and always offering this invitation. If you haven't had a meditation practice, if you've been away from your practice, just like this invitation to come back. And we're always kind of beginning again, right? In practice, we're coming back to the breath, and it's always here. Your breath is always here. Meditation is always here. So just really that invitation to be here, however you might be arriving. So if you haven't set yourself up for meditation, please do. Let's find that comfortable but intentional posture, seated, laying down, somewhere in between. If you're going to be seated, sitting tall, let's all bring our shoulders down, away from our ears if they're hanging out up there. Maybe finding some relaxation in the scalp and jaw. Allowing the belly to relax. Allowing yourself to kind of settle in to where you are. Maybe closing the eyes if that feels good. Or resting the gaze just a little ahead of you. And starting to find your attention with the breath. And we're not making any changes to the breath here. We're noticing what it's like, just as it is. Noticing the air at the tip of the nose. Noticing the inhale as it moves into the body. Feeling it in the chest, maybe in the belly. And at that point where the breath moves from inhale to exhale, maybe finding that point and seeing if you can feel a little bit of settling, a little bit of quieting. And then noticing the exhale as it kind of reverses course from the inhale. And we're going to stay right here with the breath, just as it is. And as distractions arise, returning to it whenever you realize. And letting the judgments, letting the commentaries, letting all those things kind of be to the side. And just allowing yourself this time to be without the judgment, without the expectations of how clear your mind will be or any of that. But just allowing yourself to be with the breath, to notice what arises, and to come back when you wander off. Just keeping it simple, just like that. Nothing else attached. We're going to spend some time in the quiet for the next few minutes doing just this. as your mind does wander, as it will, allowing yourself to feel into that distraction as an invitation, like we talked about, to start again, to return to the breath. And so it's not forcing and still not judging. It's simply inviting you to return. And what would it be like if all of the things that we think we should do were not so much shoulds, but invitations? So as we continue to spend a little time in the quiet together, I hope you'll sense into this feeling of invitation. Maybe an invitation to be calm, to be quiet, if that's possible, if you need it. Or maybe just this invitation to return to focus. We have just a couple more minutes together. And as this time together starts to wind down, maybe taking a moment once again to feel just where you are. And then when you're ready, moving into our 3 slow, deep breaths. Slow and steady inhales and exhales, taking your time. And when you're ready, slowly moving into whatever the day might hold next, giving yourself some stretches, some slow, gentle movement hopefully, before you have to rush on to anything else. Thank you so much for taking time today to be here. Take care, friends.